Well, hello to the small round. There was no match in the Bundesliga as often as Bremen and Bayern. Hello, Thomas. Hello to everyone. No, I won't say any more. Just ask your questions, please. Well, first of all, personnel. How's Mathis de Ligt doing? Will he play? Well, yes. He's doing well, as far as I know. Yesterday he was part of the training, so we don't have to be preoccupied. He will be ready for the match. Karaoke Sky. With de Ligt, do you see him as part of the team long-term, even after this session or this season? Because with the first season he had, it went well. There were a lot of expectations for him. He didn't play that much because of the injuries he had. But what is his development? Well, actually, you just told his story. He came injured from the national team. He entered the training really, really late. And I think we used him too early in the season. That's why he got another injury. It was a severe injury, actually. And now we didn't even pass the first half of the season yet. So, of course, we're planning with him. He's one of our players, one of our top players. Has a great character, great personality. And he has to prove himself as everyone else. Christian Kunz as well. Question about Eric Dyer. Will he play for the first time in this match? Eric is back in the training, and he missed because of the birth of his first son. And he came back to the training. He's going to be there here, and tomorrow he's definitely part of the squad. But if nothing happens, Upamecano and Mata will start the game. And then, well, I almost said that we hope that he won't have his first match for Bayern, because we hope that no one gets injured. But maybe we can give him some minutes on the field. But it's an important game. We want the 3 points. We want the win, and we're going to put everything on the line to get those 3 points. Can you talk about the training camp that you had? What were the aims, the goals that you wanted to achieve? Did it work? Did the team grow together more? Are they more? Well, after 4 days working and training together, I think that's definitely apply. We had great weather. You spend more time together on the training fields. The training sessions are different. And you can even have someone wait for a bit without him getting a cold directly, which is the case here. The feeling was great. The quality of the training was great. And we just continued to do our thing. And because we went there together, we could work on everything we wanted and name the things that we wanted to do better. It worked fine. It wasn't a classic training camp, so to speak, because when you compare it to ones before the season, because there we work more on the physical aspects. Now we just had the possibility to work under the sun and stay together. And that's why I like it so much, that from the great training sessions we have, the team arises together and they eat together, they go together to the hotel, spend time together after the training sessions, or spend time in the hotel rooms together, and then they go back to the next training session, or even into a free afternoon, which we also had, or go for a bite together, and that just creates the mood that you need to achieve the goals that we aim for. And they have to want to stay together and work together, and all that was given there. And we had a great time there during the training sessions as well. The training sessions were of a high level, and we have to show that on a regular basis now on the pitch. Christian Kunz. There are a lot of protests against the right policies. What do you think about that in the football? Well, I don't know what to think about that, because I always think about certain topics that when many people say something that are not that well versed about certain topics, we have to be careful about that. I mean, we don't want extremism. We're against that, especially now. We have to stand against right extremists or extremists in general. What was the afternoon yesterday like for you, and what kind of status has Franz Beckenbauer for you? Well, Franz is part of the league of Pelé and Diego Maradona. He's just, it doesn't get any bigger than that. And his names like Kaiser just show what kind of respect we have for him. And it was a great experience. It was a respectful experience, I would say. And the speakers were great. The program, the schedule was fine. It was a sad event, but in a great framework, and was a respectful farewell. Regarding the right defender, we are talking about Trippier. Probably you can't say again anything regarding the negotiations, but can you talk about the player in and of itself, and maybe tell us about what your expectations are? Or is Eric Dyer an alternative, or would you like someone that is a top player for the next few years? We always look for the whole package, right? And look for a young and pretty player. And we also know that, well, it's complicated. The situation is complicated. Other clubs are also aiming for the same, so that the winter transfer window is a bit more complicated than the summer transfer window. Names, I won't comment any names, you know that, because we don't talk about that. We don't want other clubs to talk about our players either. And the positions where we have to reinforce our squad is well defined. We, of course, know that Conny is doing that very, very well as a right-wing defender. But he's actually a midfielder and likes it more to play in the midfield and can help us more there. But if nothing happens, even then, we won't change our goals of this season and work together more and try to achieve our goals with the squad we have right now. If we have a possibility to win other players, as we did with Eric, where we are convinced about their character as well and convinced that they can help our squad, and if we have the possibility, well, then we will do it. But the package is a huge one and a big one, because we are on a high level, playing on a high level. We have very talented players, and in the middle of the season, it has to be the right character and the right player. And Christian Kunz, next question. What do you expect from Bremen, and what are you expecting from Leipzig against Leverkusen? Well, at the time, I will be home probably and watch the game. Both of them are interesting. We're going to have to play against them again. And it's going to be interesting to observe what they're going to play like, Leipzig and Leverkusen, and get an impression of that. We're going to analyze that match, of course, before the game, the matches against them. And from Bremen, well, we are expecting a 5-back defender system, similar to Hoffenheim, and we are preparing for that. You said it before on your welcoming, on your statement. I didn't even know that there wasn't any match played more often than Bayern and Bremen. For me, as a young adult, it was quite exciting, that kind of match, because it was always, there were a lot of goals in those matches, and there was always a special kind of energy in those games. And I personally believe that regardless of the general situation right now, that kind of energy stays. Still, it's quite a special situation. We're in Bremen always had a special kind of way playing the football. They always try to score goals, play offensively. That's in their DNA. We prepare on that. It's the start of the second half of the season. It's missing a lot of video material right now, so that's why we're preparing very intensely. At the beginning of the season, Sadio Mane was playing on the right wing, and I think that was, me personally thinks that was his best phase. Now he's changed to the left wing. Can you describe why this happened, the reasons? Is it because Coman can do more on the right wing? Well, yes, that was one of the reasons, because we want to Coman on the right wing, because against the ball, he's a wing-back, a defensive midfielder, almost that, because he was almost creating a five-back defense, and being a right foot, it just works better for him. I think that both work with Leroy and with Coman. I don't remember when we changed that, but it was quite early in the season, I think. And it worked on both sides with them, so we just stayed with that. Leroy on the left, during his season with Manchester, it was his most successful season, actually. And on the left side, I think he can just achieve more from the left side into or regarding the goals, because the first action he does is dribbling. Both works. Both works. I just don't know when we changed it or why we changed it, but right now we like what we see, the left side in that combination and the right side in the current combination. We have both possibilities, and depending on the opponent, we can decide. Thank you very much, and until tomorrow. See you.